family is the unit of society. And if God blesses you and you're a mother, sometimes you don't even have your biological children, but you're a mother to other people. God bless you so much, and know that you're appreciated. You are phenomenal because you're helping mold the next generation. So if there is a mother figure out there in your life today, your own mother, somebody you look up to, somebody that inspires you, today, tomorrow, make sure that you're reaching out to them and let them feel good. Let them know that you appreciate all the support they give you by way of either playing mother or actually being mother to you. Now, on that note, we have a very, very interesting conversation coming up. You know, this is what we have always done on Home Affairs. Yes, at some point in time, we will let you, try to activate the phone line so you can call in and, send messages across to the mothers in your life, the mother figures in your life, or your own mother. It's fine, we will do that. But there are some people also who will not be experiencing the joy of the day, not because they are not mothers, but because they are mothers and dealing with so much real life issues. Today we are talking to one of my very good friends. I follow her and I admire her for her strength and a lot of other things. And then we will also be joined in by two other ladies. Gloria Portman is, she's a beautician. That's what she does, that's her job, right? She runs a cosmetology school. But she is also the, let me tell my story around her first of all. So Gloria, 4 years ago, lost her daughter, her first child, to cancer. This could have broken her, right? It did break her because I followed her story and I read her post, especially when she was going through the healing process. Whenever I read her post, I will break down and cry myself. But thank God that some way, somehow, she has turned it into something stronger. Gloria is now an advocate and helping a lot of other mothers who have children going through cancer treatment. She will tell you her story and let you know that it's so difficult if you're in that space. So today we're doing something very special. We want to encourage these mothers. We're focusing on them, but also encouraging every mother out there who is dealing with a child who has a challenge. Children who are living with terminal diseases, children living with disabilities, and these mothers will have to put their lives on hold just so their children can breathe and be a little happy. That's our focus for today. And by the time we are done, we will be supporting Gloria in the work she is doing. If you feel touched by the conversation we are going to have this morning, she'll put the mobile numbers and the account numbers out just a little bit so that tomorrow, for instance, we are able to go to Kolebu and other places and be able to support these mothers and their children and put a smile on their faces. You and I may end up at the restaurants and eating. Joy FM, we have a program. People are coming here to cook for their mothers. That's beautiful. But it will be great if we remember these mothers who are in distress, who are despairing as well, and be able to support them. And that is the essence of our conversation this morning. Home Affairs is brought to us by Amasha Partners Limited and iCare. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste for white teeth, fresh breath all day long. This is another quality product from Samara Company Limited. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste, Happy Smile, and Music Haven, your musical coach. Hello, Gloria. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank
good.
you.
You're looking good, and you're
Thank
glowing.
You.
Beautiful. So, like I said, how did you end up in this advocacy work you're doing? How did you arrive here?
It's very long, but I'll try to make it short. So my daughter Nicole, she was sick at 11. It started with a pain in the thigh, and then Before we realized, we had to travel to India for treatment. We got back, she got better, and she started a charity to support children, actually, children who were going through treatment because of her experience at Kolib. So she started it, and then we launched it to support children who are battling cancer, their families. Unfortunately, we lost her at 14. So when we lost her initially, we thought of stopping the charity because we
Yeah.
thought who would take care of the whole situation. But at her funeral, it happened that funds were raised because her foundation was mentioned. What she was doing was mentioned, and then we thought that if funds were raised, then what were we going to do with the funds if it's supposed to support kids battling cancer? So that's how I had to sit in for her. So I'll say
Now
I'm
you have
sitting in
become the
for
lead
Nicole.
advocate
Yes,
of
please.
Wesuamo. Is that
Weswamo, that's Nicole's
Wesuamo?
middle name.
Okay, Wesuamo Child Cancer Foundation, and
Yes.
she's also um, mother to Nicole, who started this noble foundation. At what age did she start it?
She was 12 because yes, she was 11 when the cancer journey started. Yes, so she started 12, 13. Yes. So
I honestly wish that yeah, but that's just a wish. Nicole was here, so I go into her head and find out. At that time, she was just a child,
she
11
was just
years,
a
and she
child.
was diagnosed with this. It
Yes.
was broken to her. She knew, right?
Yes, she
She was
knew.
told.
She was told, and at a point, it seemed that we as parents were more um
Worried than
we
she
were
was.
more worried, and then it's like she at a point she knew she would be okay, but then we were so worried, and for me personally it was terrifying
It
because most
would be
of the time
terrifying.
I see what she goes through, and I feel that maybe she will not be able to make it the next day, and it was really scary.
Please draw your microphone closer.
Okay.
Great. So what I really wanted to find out is she, even though she was in pain, she hatched the idea of setting up a foundation to be able to help others. How did she discuss that with you?
So when we were in India, you know, when you are doing chemotherapy, they give you space for about 2 weeks and sometimes 3 weeks, depending on your recovery, because the chemotherapy normally shuts you down completely. So for her, after the first chemo, which was very bad when it comes to how she reacted, when she got better, she went for the second chemotherapy. Within the 2 weeks that she was given to breathe, she felt better. So then, the doctors there, where we were having the treatment, they said, oh, they wanted her to just encourage the others that were going through, and some wanted to just go because that place was a cancer center. So there were lots of people who had come from far and near for treatment. And mostly the adults were having serious challenges. So the doctors will say that, oh,
Wow.
even Nicole is going through and she's okay. So that was what made her visit some of the people who were going through treatment, and some will move and come and just say hello to her, just so they get encouraged or inspired to go through the
Wow.
treatment.
Wow.
So when that happened for some time, she said, oh, mommy, I think that this is something that people will need, because if they come, they don't even need to talk to her a lot. They are like, how are you doing? I'm fine. Oh, don't you feel pain? Yes, I feel pain, but I'm going through it. And you know, when you see her smile, you get inspired to go on. So she said, mommy, can't I continue doing this? And the first time she mentioned it was when we were going through the test here. When we were going through the test, there were some of the parents that couldn't pay for the initial test.
Yeah.
Some, it was like 50 cedis
And
or
even that was
even less.
difficult.
There was one recently, they were to pay consultation of 15 cedis. So she was like, oh, mommy, 50 cedis you can pay for her. So I said, no, we can't be paying because we also need to pay for ourselves. And she said she wanted to forgo her drinks ahead, like calipo ahead, so I could pay for somebody.
Oh, Jesus.
So when that also happened, when we went to India, when she came, she was like, Mommy, this is the time I want to support. So how do we help the others? I think you and Daddy should help me with the money aspect and all that. So I told her we cannot do it alone. So that was how we were given the opportunity on Gifty Aunties program to launch it after doing the official registering it as Wesamo Child Cancer Foundation. And then after going through opening a bank account and all that, she Ohiniri Gifty Auntie, she gave us the opportunity to launch it on her program. So that was how she started it, and she was there to launch it herself.
See why I said from the beginning that mothers are just phenomenal. This is a child's dream. She is gone, but mommy and the family are holding it up and making sure that in as much as she is not here, that dream still lives on, and that dream is supporting other mothers with children undergoing cancer treatment. God bless you, Gloria.
Thank you so much.
Now, I want us to look at this from a mother's point of view. Those 4 years, there were Mother's Day came in and out. I know you have other children. I know. How was it like? Talk to me about raising funds for it. Talk to me about having to put your life on hold and all the emotions you have had to go through. I'm sorry I've had to bring this up again because I was hoping that the other two mothers will be here. They still have children who are undergoing treatment, and we are praying they get well. And reasons why it would be important that if tomorrow you and I are making merry and we are excited about the fact that it's Mother's Day, our children are appreciating us, we just know that it is by grace. And if you can just put something little to support a mother out there who won't feel the beauty of Mother's Day tomorrow, we would very, 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 very much appreciate it on the show today. So tell me, what do mothers go through having to put their lives on hold? I hear the stories, right? We cover some of the stories here on Joy FM, and you have told me several times that you can't even work again.
As for work, I don't think you can work because you can't even concentrate. Even if somebody else is taking care of your child, I don't think you can concentrate. No, that's one you cannot. But unfortunately, as you are going through that, you need money. It's like every day you have to do something. And when they are going through chemotherapy, there could be organ failure. They could have kidney failure and they have to go to do dialysis. There could be heart failure. A lot of things happen.
Can happen during the chemo.
Good. So even the lab tests on daily basis, on where maybe when you want to do the next chemo section, you need to do a lab. You need to get your lab test run to make sure that HB, all those ones, medical things are ready. And at times you have to do scan to see how the tumor is, whether the chemo is working on it or not. All those ones people pay for. The initial diagnosis is even major. So for some of the parents, when they come, they think that when you come, and for instance, you have your 1,000 cedis, it should be able to take care of everything, including the treatment.
And the child gets well and you take them back home.
Exactly. Because there's nobody to give you the details that they are going to stay here for a year, at times 6 months, at times a year or more.
Jesus.
So people move. The ladies that we are expecting, one of them is from, I just forgot, but beyond Kumasi. And some are from the north. There was one we were taking care of from Wa. So, you know, when they travel all the way and they come and they even have to do the initial diagnosis, which may involve a biopsy, a scan, and then the lab test. Biopsy, like what do you call it? The MR scan, like 700, 800. They are done.
Per session.
So, yes. So that's it. It's like the money is finished, and then they are left in the middle of nowhere. So for that, at times, even those who are able to pay, they need the support to even know how the journey will be like. So there's the need for counseling. There's a need to constantly give money out for the tests and all that. And there's the side of welfare, where what you eat is even a problem. In recent times, the units, the oncology units, they've started with giving food to them at least once a day. But then after that, what is next? And when your child is going through chemo, at times they need to be well fed. When you talk about welfare, they will need supplements, like for instance the pediatric milk, and they are given prescriptions at times for that, and they are not able to buy. So then, if you are getting ready for the next chemo, your child may be anemic, your child may be this, your child may be that, and they may not be able to go through. So then, you have the tendency of the cancer returning. Some, when they do the initial, what do you call it? The initial chemo or the first two and the cancer shrinks, they think that is all. And because they don't also have the money, they just move the child away. It gets worse and they come back. Eventually, they lose the children. So for me, initially, I was broken. For Nicole, I had no idea I could sit and talk about it.
Yeah, I followed your journey.
Yes, I was so broken because I thought I'm a Christian. I prayed, I had faith, and it still failed. So I was broken. But when I think of the mothers that I need to give a hand to, I get the energy. So anytime it happens, at times I get called. Nicole's doctor was Dr. Salifu of. She's currently with Ridge Hospital. She was then at Kolebu. So when we started the foundation, she's a doctor among the board of directors. So if there's anything she thinks we can support with, she will call. So if there are kids that need to get what do you call it, pediatric milk, and they cannot afford, she will call so we can provide it. So that's how we are moving it. But if it comes to the devastating nature of it, you can't even put word to it. But when you have the family support, you are able to go through. And currently we are going on because you realize that some of the mothers, they don't have anybody. Some of them, when you talk to them, they have other kids, but the husband came and then they can't afford the payments and he's gone. And a lot of them have the family broken apart because the child is sick.
So you would say that from your experience, most of them are in the mother's hostel, right?
Yes.
So would you say that about, what percentage of mothers are the ones who take care of the children? Because I know there are some men we've spoken to, there are some men who are the ones who are with the children. But when you compare the men to the women, what would be the percentage?
The men are not up to 10%.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
When we do the visiting, the men are few. They are few. So, for instance, when we went for Easter, we were giving out foodstuff and pediatric supplements and other things to them. Among them, we had about 3 or 4 men. Yes, about 70. Approximately, both at Ridge and then when you put Ridge and Kolebu together, there was close to 100. There were a few men.
Oh, mothers.
There were a few men.
This is why it is important that every once in a while we look at the other side of it. It's just not about, getting pregnant, going through labor and having a baby and, everything is it's pretty and you live happy ever after. But there are some mothers who go through so much on daily basis, and like she's saying, you don't have the support, you don't have the encouragement, that system is not there, you don't even have money. You end up coming across like you are an irresponsible mother. Have there been occasions that mothers have abandoned their children? Have you heard of any such?
Yes. There was one of the men that was taking care of the child. So I asked where the mom was, and she said at a point she was not well, but when she got better, coming back, she said no.
She couldn't take it.
Yes, I don't think it's more of abandoning, but
she just couldn't take it.
She couldn't take it. It made her sick. But unfortunately, they lost
the child.
They lost a child.
We've had a lot of stories, right? Because you are very neck deep into this, so about how some of them abandon treatment.
A lot of times.
A lot of times.
Yes, but now what, initially there was no support like it is now, and now the awareness has been created, so you can't say you abandon treatment because of money, because they have made it such that at least the regular chemo, some of the drugs, I can't mention, I don't know the names actually. They said some of them are currently
have to mention them here.
They're in charge currently at Kolebu. She has made it such that you cannot abandon treatment unless on welfare basis, because at times they say that even the transportation to get to the hospital is a problem for them. So we are all trying in that space to make sure that nobody abandons treatment. So at times, if if the Kolebu or Ridge cannot take care of a treatment, they will call on us. Oh, can you support? Mostly they give our number to those who are involved. And at times when we come up like this, like you are having us here, anybody who hears the number is able to call. Most of the time when we do, we come on air, we get people calling to seek for help. At times it's about the chemo medication. At times they want help only for the surgery. So we have people calling in. Some have not even heard, but when they hear, you know how radio is, it goes so far. And so when people hear, immediately they take your number and they call you. They tell you that, oh, I'm having this issue. I have my neighbor, they don't have a phone, but then I heard you on air, and they need help. They need help. So immediately...
And you will also have to go and look for the help to help them.
Yes, I want to say sorry and thank you to my family and friends, because immediately I put it up on my status that maybe we need medication for somebody, or we need to transport somebody to Kolebu, or somebody is... there was one recently that he was amputated. He's about 8 years, and then he's going for what do you call it, prosthetics. And so they said Kolebu had supported them, but then it's not Kolebu, the oncology unit has supported them, but then they sent a list of things they needed for that. So there are a lot of things in the space.
So what do you do when these things are sent to you, and you probably look into the account and you realize that there really isn't enough to be able to support, and sometimes these are very urgent, you need to support? Yes. What do you do?
Frankly, there are days that I panic.
And I can imagine the phone calls will keep coming.
Yes, especially when I finish this and I come out.
Yes.
Frankly, there are days that I panic, because I'll tell you, there's no way when you call me, I'll say we can't.
Oh.
So I'll say, okay, let me get back to you, but rest assured that we'll take care of it. So when I sit, immediately I have to talk to my husband, then the team, the board members. If we can't take it up, we do open, fundraising. So there are times we seek permission from the parents to use the picture of the child. So with that, we are able to raise money. If it's not enough, we are able to add to support and make sure that it's done. And what we have also tried to do is that occasions in our life we use to raise funds. My son had his birthday. He said he was raising funds for Nicole's foundation. So he had a piggy box where his friends and some of the teachers also bought into it. The fact that he's also young and he's able to think of raising funds for the purpose. So we do all that, and then we put it out so that people will know that even within us, we are trying to raise the funds. And that makes it easier for people to buy in, because they know that their funds are being directed to a good purpose. And we have donors all over. So at times when I put up maybe a picture of the child, somebody will say, oh, how much is the surgery? I'll take care of it.
Wow.
And some will want to have personal
hearts.
contact with the person, so because they want to have a relationship with the person. So we'll give you the number, you call, and then you go to Kolebu, meet them, and then you take. There are people who we say they've adopted the treatment.
Oh.
To all those families who do that for us, we are grateful. And Nicole, wherever she is, will be happy. We took it up, and then we are doing it. And we are all involved, to my friends, my family, wherever you are. We are very grateful for the kind of support you give us. We don't know how we would have fared without you.
And this is you who has lost a child through the same, disease, sickness, broken, torn apart, but you have turned it around, and now you're burdened to help make other children live and to help make other mothers have hope again. Gloria, once again, I say God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too.
God bless you, because look, I can imagine that there are lots of people who will be broken beyond, beyond ever rising above this and wanting to do anything at all. It can mess you up for life,
It does.
And so God bless you. May He continue to strengthen you and your family and, the foundation and everybody who is working to support. Every once in a while, we should do this to support those mothers out there. I would personally like for us to visit someday, and I will be broken, I can't stand.
Yeah, we don't have regular volunteers because of that.
Well, it won't be for the sake of even the mothers, but I really just can't stand children when they are in pain.
Oh, yes.
I feel like
yes.
This is just me. For children, theirs is to live, laugh, play, and be loved. They shouldn't have any business with pain and suffering. And that's what I can't stand.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think this person is just a child who wants to drink, some fruit juice and be happy and run around and all that. And the child is 2, the child is 4, the child is 8, the child is 10, and they're suffering. It's difficult. But Gloria, our ladies here. They're here. Okay, we'll have them in here very soon. But let me again find out from you. Your other children. There are 3 others.
Yes,
how have they taken the loss, and how do they relate to
it? Initially, it was not good. It was not good because all of them, you could see. The first point is they couldn't eat. So as soon as you see us, you know that there's a problem. So and when it came to the school, it became difficult. So I had to move them from their school to another school.
They were all in the same school?
Yes, they were all in the same school. So I had to move them from their school to another school to help deal with it. But at a point, we needed professional help. So we did. We did counseling. We did counseling as a family. Initially, we thought that we could pull through together, but we realized that no, it wasn't working.
You were all on different levels.
Yes, it was not working, and we didn't know how they were dealing with it because they were very close. So we were not the room where Nicole was. Nobody wanted to go there, so it was there, and then all of them have decided to move into one, and they are all there. So we realized that we are all not dealing well. So we sought professional help. And then with the counseling section, you see that the session, we saw improvement in how they were behaving. And we were asked to try and take out Nicole, because Nicole was all over the place in terms of pictures. So they asked us to try and take it down a bit so we can all deal before if we want to bring it up again. Initially, when we did that, the brother, he decided to put it on his the laptop. He downloaded them and put them on the laptop. So I was asking, how do we deal with it when he has decided to put it this way? They said with time it will go.
And it's gotten better with time.
Yeah, it's gotten better. So we all push our energy to the foundation. On occasions we go together. If it's Christmas Day, Easter Sunday, we all go together. And you see the enthusiasm with which they are doing it. We all know that it's all for the better. So we've been able to somehow deal with it.
We will take a break and be right back. Lodina and Ohenewa, good morning. How are you?
Fine.
Great. So how are you holding up? How are you managing? How old is your child?
5 years.
She's 5. He or she?
He.
5.
Yes.
So what time did you realize that he had cancer?
Let's say, can I speak to you?
Let's speak the English once more. At what age?
Okay.
How old was he when the doctor said he had cancer?
Let's say 4.5.
So you've been doing it for like 6 months now?
Yes. No, we are about 8 months.
8 months?
Yes.
Are you working?
For now, then no.
No. Before then, what were you doing?
I have Indomie joints and
Oh.
hairdresser.
You're a hairdresser and you run an Indomie joint too?
Yes.
And your child has cancer?
Yes.
Gloria, which of the cancers is the child battling?
Kidney.
Kidney?
Yes.
And so for the past 8 months, you're taking care of the child?
Yes.
How do you get money to support the treatment?
It's difficult.
So how do you do it?
Small.
Oh. Say what you want to say in Chi. Just say it in Chi for a bit.
For now, there, like some day, the person then me juma then I must kakranti, and then the bag Kolebunia is spending kakra. It will be a drinky, me free if you are. If one more to my son near kakra, then there at Adrian turning easy, and then draw to lab crying as some lab, yeah. And easy
Scan,
yeah, X-ray, just scan, yeah, labs. It told you name. In fact, if you are like, one need Colebuni Vintino. I'm say, boy, I think it's very easy. Easy.
But how is the child?
She said, yeah, okay. Small.
He's getting better. Does he play?
Oh, dear, too much.
Too much.
Too much.
So Ladina has been saying that it's difficult. Money-wise, she used to run Indomie and she does an Indomie joint and does hairdressing, but she has had to put all that on hold because you have to come and live your life in Kolebu to take care of your child. She talks about the fact that the labs, she says the medications, even eating daily, it's a problem for her and the child, and she doesn't have it. Wow. Ohenewa, how are you?
I'm fine.
And how old is your child?
11 years.
Your child is 11. How long ago have you been going through treatment?
Okay, we've been 1 year.
It's been a year.
Yes.
Is your story the same as Lodina's? What were you doing before?
Okay, media. I'm a seller.
You sell?
Yeah.
What do you sell?
Slippers and shirts.
Okay.
Bosses, cigarette.
Okay. And then you realized a year ago that your child had cancer. How did it start?
It started when she was 10 years.
Okay. What did she complain about?
She complained about his eye.
Okay. And you took her to the hospital?
Yeah, we be in central region.
Okay.
The central hospital.
Okay.
That was Kofobia.
Okay.
Then they transferred us to Agogo.
Okay.
So from Agogo to Kolebu.
So where did they realize that it was cancer? Is it Kolebu?
Yes.
Wow. And how is the treatment going?
Small, you manage it. Because sometimes when you call home, nobody wants to be answered. They think we are just praying here. But it's not easy.
I can imagine.
Yeah, because sometimes when you are going for a scan, almost 1,500, 12 and 8 million. And we are going to the eye clinic too. It's not easy.
And you are not working?
Yes.
So where do you get the money from? Asking people?
Yes. We be begging so that we can get something for our children. And they too, they need happy, but we don't have it.
I can imagine.
Yes.
So now for Juliet, we have taken over her treatment.
For Ohenewa's child? Totally, yes.
So we do, when they are ready, when they are going for the scans, she calls and then we do the payments for them, for all the scan, the medication and all that.
Chese, I am very confused here right now because, I knew that I said I want us to have this conversation ahead of Mother's Day tomorrow, but it's so heartbreaking seeing how young they are, seeing that there's so much life ahead of them as young people, and then their lives will have to be put totally on hold to care for children who also want to grow and have a future. It's painful. Gloria, what's the number to put out there? The numbers that people can help contribute to.
So you can call us on 055 594 5515. You can call us the same number if you have a child that has the challenge and you need support, or if you want to support any of the mothers we see here or any other mother at the Mother's Hostel who is going through difficulty. As they said, even the food is a problem. So we donate bags of rice, eggs, tin tomatoes, oil. We donate all that to them at the hostel. That one, everybody gets at least a 5 kg crate of rice for a period. So if you can also help with that, we'll be very glad.
Please
for the
mention
kids,
the numbers again.
055 594 5515. And then we also have an Access Bank account for those who would prefer to do with the bank.
Okay. So, I mean, I will start off with my donation. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. And so, I don't know. I there's not much, but Gloria, I will put in something. And that's how I celebrate Mother's Day tomorrow. We will be supported from time to time, but I'll put in something tomorrow. I mean, maybe even today. And then if you want to support, you can call them on this number. You can send a message. Do they have to send Momo to this number? Or it's okay to call first. It's the same number.
Call, you can
055 594 5515, and then we will work around this and support regularly. Seeing these young mothers here just breaks it further for me. Yeah. We will go over on Zoom right now and speak to Dr. Angela Jamna Abwaje. Hello, Doc. Are you there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Great. Good morning. Happy Mother's Day in advance to you.
Oh, thank you. And you too.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day. And thank you for all the great work you do.
Thank you. We know that the ARC is also raising funds. Oh, God, we need support everywhere, don't we?
We do.
Yes.
We do. And I'm going to give my own to the cancer efforts for children also, just like you.
God bless you. Thank you very much. Dr. Angela Jamina Abwaji runs the ACT Foundation. It's been running for God knows how many years now. And currently, it's about the only shelter we have, in the country for battered women, women who are dealing with domestic violence and all of, the gender, women battering and all. That's where they take shelter. They are catered to. And then after a while get counseling and all, and if God permits, they are reintegrated into their families. And just like the conversation we are having, that this is, I wonder how you are able to do that without support. So please share with us quickly what the ACT is doing today, tomorrow, and between now, to raise funds to be able to support the women who are seeking shelter.
Thank you so much, Adam. So basically, what we do is to provide the services you've talked about. We run 2 shelters, actually. We have a transit shelter that came up during the COVID
Angela,
period.
can we have you on video?
Okay, Adam, I woke up very early.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So we run two shelters, actually. One is a transit, very temporary shelter, which came up during the COVID period because you couldn't take people directly to the longer term stay shelter due to not knowing their COVID status until you settle that. And then we also have the crisis center, which is at the ACT Foundation's office, actually, which is actually the place where we are having the Mother's Day fundraiser to support the shelter and our complementary services. We provide counseling, we provide reintegration services, skills training. We educate some of the young mothers who come there who are victims of incest. We put people through skills training, and then a lot of social support, including pastoral counseling, time with psychologists and psychiatrists and medical people, and so on and so forth, including also court accompaniment and legal support. So it's domestic violence and other forms of violence are always hydra-headed problems. One person comes and they have a range of needs, and you cannot just solve one need. You have to try and help them and empower them through all the different shades of needs that they bring. So today we decided to open up our office, not the shelter. The shelter is in a confidential location because of the nature of cases that go there. But with the office, everybody can walk in. It's in Hacho. And for people to get to know us, they hear the ACT Foundation. They are not sure, are we a church? Are we this? Are we that? Okay, so now they can come and see what Angela does with her super team. The group of committed people I work with, who work like round the clock. We run a hotline also. So there are times when we are waking up in the middle of the night to rescue somebody. We do that. And so please come into our office at Hacho. It is on the Atomic Energy Commission Road. It is the signage is opposite the STEP publication. It's very easy to find, actually. Some people call it near the confirmed spot on the Atomic Energy Commission Road. That's where our office is. People can come in. We are doing some chinchinga wache, pork chops and kenke. You can buy some. You can listen into the formal event where the South African High Commissioner will be the keynote speaker, which starts from 11 o'clock. But throughout the day, from 9 to 4, people will just come in, family, friends, supporters, and come and donate, give to us, talk to live survivors who have moved on and share their experiences, and just see what we do.
Great, thank you. So if people want to call or send in, some donations as well, what numbers do we do?
This is a line on which people can report abuse as well as send in donations, because we registered it on Momo. It's 0243777773. It's a very easy number. 0243777773. It's our hotline for reporting abuse. You can also send us a donation. And I'm already saying thank you to all the people who have started sending us donations and those who do that today and in the days ahead. We need every peso of it. Every bit of the care that we give costs money, as you would know, from transport to chaliwati, from diapers to baby food, from medical support to to legal support. It all costs money, and we do need help.
Thank you very much, Angela, and we pray that God continues to strengthen all of you in this space, advocating for better lives for other people. Thank you, and God bless you. Happy Mother's Day one more time.
Thank you to Adam, and same to you.
Thank you.
You do our kind of work too, only you're in the media space. So happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Great. So now I'd like us to activate the phone lines for a few minutes before we wrap up. 0302216541. And I know that we have a lot of messages too, so I'm going to be reading some of the messages too as well and pick some phone calls before we leave here. But this morning we are celebrating mothers in a different way, not your kind of way. We have mothers who they're breaking apart simply because they are mothers. They have children undergoing cancer treatment. You're not sure whether tomorrow you will wake up and your child is fine, or they may not even wake up. You're not sure the next day is probably not very guaranteed, because you know that some of this is quite terminal. We also know that for children, when you find it early and you report early, treatment is usually successful,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But then it is not cheap. And sometimes even going through, like they're saying, all the labs before the child is declared, cancer, and then you start going through treatment. All that is not easy. What this mother wants to do is just be able to sell some Indomie, do some, hairdressing on the side, support herself, support her children, and all that. And then all of a sudden, all that gets truncated. You can't even do that anymore. You will have to keep begging and depending on people to be able to help you so that your child can have life. And you know what it is. For a mother, you will go every length for your child to have life. And that's what they're dealing with. That's what they are dealing with. And that's how we are celebrating Mother's Day today. And if you want to celebrate them as well by supporting, number again is 055-594-5515. Hello, Regina. Good morning. Regina, good morning. Welcome to Home Affairs. Hello, Regina. Are you on the line? Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Regina.
Good morning.
Yes, Regina, you're on air.
Come again.
You are on air. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to thank Madam Gloria and her foundation. She's doing a marvelous job.
Thank you very much. Thank you for those words of encouragement to her.
Yeah. And as the name goes, may God last me. God will continue to bless her to carry on her job.
Amen. Amen. This one says, Nicole was such a beautiful person inside out, and the Portman family, you will fall in love with them the very first time you meet them, and I am glad to be part of such a welcoming family. This is from Sabina from Deftraco Community 25. Hello, good morning. Who do we have on the line? Good morning, Adam. I'm really sad this morning. How can these children be diagnosed with cancer? You ask again. Madam, let's open an account for these women. National Health should have covered for this sickness. Politicians should wise up and Papa and Sir, we're doing the little we can here to be able to support them, and we're happy. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please, your name.
My name is Isa.
Sefa.
Yeah, Isa.
Oh, Isa, hi, Isa. How are you this morning?
I'm calling from Intertraso.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, madam. I'm calling from, let me say, Sunyane. I want to wish my mother a happy Mother's Day.
Great.
Though she has passed on, but I wish her Mother's Day. And wherever her soul is, may her soul rest in perfect peace.
All right. Thank you, Isa. Thank you. Great. Yes, Gloria. We will be wrapping up very soon. Your final words. Who do we have on the line? Hello, good morning.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Papa Ansa. Follow from
Oh, Papa Ansa, you followed up with a call.
Yes. I'm really sad. And
Papa Ansa, could you speak up for me? I can hardly hear you.
Yeah, Mommy, I'm really sad this morning.
I know. I am too.
And I want all Ghanaians to come together and help this kid. Because it's not easy. A mother selling Indomie. How can she cater for a cancer patient?
Yeah.
So all Ghanaians, please, let's help and support these people. And also support the art agency. You see, these are some of the things that politicians should help. Like this woman. They could have gone to a center, provide everything for this woman. Because money alone cannot do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Papa Ansa. Thank you for sharing those thoughts with us this morning. Edem, I am down, especially with a child who has the kidney cancer. My husband got it, and it wasn't easy, I can imagine. Yes, Gloria, your final words.
I would like to say a big thank you to our donors, to my friends and family. And I would like to say sorry for the inconvenience, because we'll still need to come to you all the time for the support. And to the mothers who may be going through challenges, I just want to reassure you that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. No matter how challenging it is, if I can sit here today to talk, then you pull through. Recently, we lost one of the children we are taking care of, Malto. Rest in peace, and I would like to use this opportunity to also tell Malto's mom that she should be strong. Everything will be fine. And I want to wish them in a special way Happy Mother's Day, Ohinewa and Lodina, and all the mothers who are going through this. Some of them are not even able to use social media or in any form get support. To all those mothers, I want to wish them well. And if you are close to any mother that's going through a challenge and may not be able to seek for help, our numbers are out there. That should be your way of helping. And if you want to also donate to us, our numbers have been mentioned already by Edem. And to Edem, I want to say a very big thank you. Not forgetting all our volunteers who show up anytime you call. Thank you all.
Thank you all very much for doing the listening. Quite unconventional. This is not what you would expect on Mother's Day, but yes, there are mothers who are going through such difficult times, and we can't always pretend or act as though Mother's Day is everybody's laughing on Mother's Day. Some mothers cry on Mother's Day, and we thought that we would remember some of these mothers and let them know that we think about them, we care about them, they are not abandoned, and we pray for them as well. But for all the mothers out there, Happy Mother's Day to you. Tomorrow, celebrate yourself, because you are a mother, you are phenomenal, you do so much, and the good Lord continue to grant us all strength. This evening at the Labadi Beach Hotel, between 6 and 8 p.m., we have the media, showbiz, and motherhood dialogue coming up. All the big women are on. Gifty Auntie, Nanaba, Namwa, Jifa Bampo, Michi is going to be there. You have Claudia Lumo, Doreen Avio is going to be there. We have all these women, and we're going to be having a conversation on how we thrive in this space of being in the media and also being great mothers to our children. It will be live on air, Joy FM 6 to 8, and then we're also going to be live on all our social media pages. If you didn't register, please, registration is closed, so you can't be there in person, but you can join the conversation. And tomorrow also, we're setting up here to cook for all the mothers who participated in our Cook for Mama promotion here at Joy FM. So if we called you, we're expecting you here exactly 12 noon tomorrow so that we can celebrate you. Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy the weekend. My name is Knight-Tay, and to my crew, I say thank you very much for all the help you give. Do enjoy. Bye.